Well, hello there. I think I'm the only one here.
Oh, I clicked your icon and I forgot to click mode because I was saying hello. And yeah, because I was over in the chat. Did you see Jonicide's and Renee's bad news?
No.
Oh, their little Pomeranian Thor.
Oh,
He
no.
wasn't 10 years old. Congestive heart failure. They lost him on Thursday. I am so
Oh,
sorry. And boy, we all knew Thor. We've all seen Thor for a very long for years. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was your baby. Were you his favorite person? Well, John might not be here. He's. I don't blame you for not wanting to chat, John. Aside, I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
I had a Pomeranian years ago, and same thing. It was 6 years old.
Mm,
And oh, yeah. But
oh,
they are so much fun.
oh, and
Um,
they're just so little, and but they don't know they are.
oh, tell me about it. He
Yeah, yeah.
he acted as though he was bigger than us.
Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? Yeah.
Yeah, or he'd see another dog, 800 times his size, and he was ready to take him on.
Oh, yeah, all yeah, little hackles raised and all spunky, yeah.
Yeah, and his sister was American Eskimo, and
Huh.
so we'd have them both on a leash out in public somewhere, and she'd be just sort of looking at strangers and their dogs, and he'd be looking at strangers and the dogs, but he was the one that was vocal and was ready to go for it. And she'd just sort of sit back, it's like, and look at us as if to say, look at that dumbass.
Fool, you fool. Yeah, where's your dignity?
And I have to say, I had a neighbor who had a dog that was part German Shepherd and part wolf.
Ooh. Oh, I'll bet that dog had weird eyes.
It did. It had the most incredibly wonderful weird eyes. And yeah,
Huh.
and it was a beautiful dog. And I would actually sometimes take care of it while she was gone. And that dog was just beautiful, very quiet, mindful, um, and easy to look after. And, she would be put on a leash as well so that she didn't just wander around. But my Pomeranian, when I would have to go over and feed this dog and look after this dog, my Pomeranian, if he got out and he caught on, because this was a female that I was looking after, he'd come running over right away. Or if he got loose and he heard that she was outside, he would make a run for it and he'd go towards her. He was in love with
Oh.
this dog. He, at one point, there was a few occasions where he got caught trying to seduce, I'm being very, very tasteful here, seduce her. And she would just turn, she'd be laying there and she'd turn and he'd get as far as not even her thigh. And he's hopping all over her. And she'd just look at him as if to say, "What the F are you trying to do, buddy?" And then he would back off. She'd just give him the look.
Yeah.
And that would be it. And she'd just lay there. And then, but he was so in love with her. He wanted to play with her. He also wanted to be a little more amorous with her. And she just would allow him to jump all over her when he was being playful. But that was quite the sight to see because the size difference and the fact that she was part wolf.
Mm,
So,
dang.
yeah. But they're
Dang.
beautiful dogs. Dogs that are part wolf, they can be very beautiful dogs. Because
Yeah.
she looked more wolf than anything.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, but no,
Genocide. Oh,
it's
sorry.
sad. I'm just gonna say it's sad when we lose our pets. They're our family.
They are. They're yeah, they're little heartbeats that belong to us. They're related to us.
Mhm.
We love them, and they love us unconditionally. They place no blame. They take no blame. They are the perfect little creature.
Oh, no
Genocide.
judgment or anything.
Yeah, Genocide says that he is their dog's favorite, but Renee was the first to hold Thor and the last. Renee, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
You guys, I'm just so sorry that yeah, boy, that was and, hey, you know what? If another little baby finds you, don't keep your heart open,
Mhm.
keep your
Mhm.
it's way too soon to talk like that, I know, but yeah, but anyway, bless your hearts. Say thanks for being here, in your grief, sweetheart. Okay, so, um, I wanna talk about, okay, being old and stuff, okay? I've noticed, yeah, maybe we'll have a little lesson, a little tidbit, a little factoid from time to time about the surprises that getting really old hold for you.
Mhm.
Um, and it doesn't sometimes it doesn't wait till the age that I'm about to turn. Sometimes it happens sooner, but I've noticed it lately. My elbows do not stop being purple. My elbows are always purple.
Huh.
I have perpetual I'm looking at 'em, bruising in various stages. Well, this one's not so bad. This is kinda like dark purple turning to gray. That means it's an old one. And this one is, dark purple, light purple, and red. And one thing older people have trouble doing is gauging, um, clearance when you go through a doorway.
Okay.
Uh, we cut it too close. Sometimes we misjudge because we're, of course, distracted. We might be a little unsteady, and our eyesight might not be as good as it used to be.
Right.
Okay, there's number one. Excuse me. Number two, and here's the big one. And I've noticed. Okay, when people live alone, particularly, and when you're really old, you don't give a fuck who's around to witness it. But when older people are on their way to the bathroom,
Mhm.
they get their waistbands ready. They on the way to the bathroom, maybe halfway there, they get those thumbs in those waistbands ready to, be efficient when you go in to sit down. Well, you don't even need to have good judgment on clearance with doorways with your elbows out like that.
Mhm.
So and I have to make a left turn to get in my little tiny hallway to get to my bathroom, and then I sort of have to move over and then make a sort of a right angle. So on a really good day where the door jams win, um, I'll hit both of those and with both elbows. Yeah, so getting ready to go pee or poop or do anything, uh, it's, thumbs in the waistband, elbows out, going through the doorway, you're not gonna make it, and you're gonna walk around with perpetually bruised elbows.
So also,
Remember you hurt, huh?
do you when you're sitting, do you find catch yourself also just sort of like leaning on an elbow a lot?
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably part of it too.
No, because I lean on a part that's not the poke out part.
Okay.
I lean on the flat part. Yeah, no, no, and my thighs are baby soft and cushioned. There's no way my my old lady soft thighs are gonna bruise my elbows. No, it's
Okay.
whacking them good ones.
Well, I was just going to say, I think we should not talk about that part of your body because Vaughn might be listening.
Vaughn could
Yeah,
very well be listening. Oh, Vaughn.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, boy, he has tried everything. And he's, trying to get a date, he's trying to get someplace to live, trying to find a woman to take care of him and his
Mhm.
little dog, and, he's being met with failure after failure, yeah, I don't know what he John is gonna have to take him in,
Oh yeah.
ultimately, before the guy's dead, John's gonna have to take him in, yeah, and I noticed that okay, he had that bracelet on.
Yes,
That white bracelet, and I said, "Look," and you said somebody said he donated blood,
that's what
and
I
I
was told.
yeah, I looked it up, and dang, you can donate blood every 7 days if it's platelets, 6
Okay.
times a year if it's whole blood, and
Mm,
$45 a pop. So, anyway, I mentioned it in, is it Fat Photog's
yeah.
chat? Yeah, and somebody said, "No, he has heart failure, congestive heart failure, he can't donate blood." They don't give you that kind of a workup.
So he
Yeah,
could still go in and get and donate, right?
it depends on what part of the blood he's up for and donating, but, you have to be over 5 feet tall and
Mhm.
so many pounds, but,
See, but the thing
he
is,
meets all those.
okay, with your medical system, do they automatically type in his name and they know he's got it comes up with his medical history to for him to just
No, not
but
without
see,
his
this is what I'm
permission.
saying. So he could have congestive heart failure, but he could
They
still be
never know.
donating.
Hell
Mm,
yeah. Yeah, they might have they have to have the one where they don't have to screen out all the fat.
mhm, mhm.
But it depends on what part of the blood you're donating because it's 4 or 5 different components.
Well, it's strange too because he's even made the comment about saying he's had congestive heart failure.
Oh, and so many, yeah, and a bad back and, some other maladies, yeah. No doctors have confirmed that. The only thing he's had confirmed is that he has schizophrenia, and that was diagnosed back when his children were being assessed before being removed from the home. They
Right.
had the whole family go in, and Vaughn was diagnosed schizophrenic.
Wasn't he
Duh.
also, they wanted to screen him for something else, for psychotic tendencies, but he backed out of that? Because he backed out of one
Oh,
test and he refused to take it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, there is so much with this man oh my God. How many years have we followed him? At least a good 10.
A good 10.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
God.
I found him when I found Grampy Lobster.
Well, I sort
Or
of ran
or
into his stream a few times during the Great Debate days.
I just missed the great debate days by a hair.
And
I totally was not in that loop at all. I came in after that.
well, and then his one of his streams would pop up on my feeds, and I'd go, okay, well, who's this? And you click on it, and he was sitting there at the time, and he was. talking about, you know, well, paganism and Satanism and all this other
Mm,
crazy stuff.
mm, mm.
And I just thought, well, he's on there babbling, and then I don't know how it evolved, but I guess through other creators, I revisited him because they started pointing out how what he was saying, he was really starting to spiral into madness on all that.
Yeah, he just, gets, on a roll, and it's like this dopamine thing, just the
Mhm.
more he gets fantastic, the more powerful and alive he feels, just yeah, yeah.
But now he's sitting in his car, um, and he's reading the news,
Mhm.
and he's now
On
an
his mobile
authority.
device. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, on his mobile device, yeah.
Mhm.
Why can't that dumbass call it a phone?
Right.
Call it a goddamn phone, mobile device.
Mobile device.
Mr. Hoity-toity mobile
Well,
device.
no, his age is showing him, but mentally, he is way back there in the 80s.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
he has the emotional control of, like, a 12-year-old. He
Oh God, yeah.
it
Did
just
you and the sitting there, you and I've talked about this, and us, good on you. You're getting up and mobile. I'm trying to get up and mobile because the 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 one thing that will kill you faster is being sedentary.
felt myself beginning to die, and that's no joke, yeah, and, um, boy, I've had several wake-up calls, and so I've and dang it, if you get up and move and the old saying is true, "Move it or lose it." The
Mhm,
more I have been moving, the more I want to, the more energy I have, my motivation is returning. You know, your bodies are so smart and they can be so responsive, and your attitude has a lot to do with it.
mhm,
Um, Attitude of gratitude, all that silly stuff that you hear that works.
mhm,
And yeah, and I'm just excited to do the next thing, and the payoff is you've done something nice for yourself that if somebody else had done it for you, you would have felt so loved and so cared for.
mhm,
I go I polished the top of my kitchen stove.
mhm,
Yeah, I think, okay, in a couple of days, I'm gonna clean out my fridge because the doors inside my fridge are gross. But, now I walk out into my and I did that for me, and it's it feels good. Helps with the feng shui business,
mhm.
to have things clean, have the old stuff out. Um, I'm
You know,
amazed. It works,
it's also good mentally. It,
right?
yes, it very much so. I've sad to say that I used to be, being that I live on my own as well. I would just get into I was getting into this habit of every Saturday was a mountain full of dishes.
Mm,
I would use, what because it's what's one cup, what's one bowl, and this would pile up. And then
so
next thing you
see,
know, out of it, I ran out of forks, so I'm washing the dishes. But
I
it's,
bought plastic forks once.
well, see, there you go.
Just
Um, And
yeah.
it's funny because all of a sudden, I don't know when this started. This is a couple of weeks ago. For whatever reason, I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to do dishes now. So it frees me up for Saturday. Because usually Saturday
Mm,
morning, I would spend an hour washing every pot, every dish, da da da. And then I didn't have time to do anything else for Saturday as a chore. And this, I would resent this. So for whatever reason, I
mm,
started washing these dishes. Um, and I got caught up. And then the next day,
mm,
I got up. But before bed, all my dishes were done. There wasn't many,
yeah.
one plate, a bowl, couple of pieces of cutlery and whatever, right? And a pot or two, and then I'd wash them, put and set them up to dry. And I've got into this habit now that I do this all the time. And then I noticed that when I would get up in the morning, how much clearer my mind was and how much more positive mentally I was.
You don't have the distraction of, oh, and the shame of, oh, them being pissed. Your mind is freed up.
Yeah.
You have done yourself such a favor,
And then I've
allowing
cleaned
your
off
own
counters.
appreciation. I'm
Yeah.
sorry?
I've cleaned off counters as a result of it and reorganized, and then everything,
That
and in
makes
the
you
last
feel
3
even better.
yeah, I started reorganizing stuff because my kitchen table was always my, okay, drop-off spot for papers and
Uh,
whatnot, that
uh,
it's like, "Oh,
uh.
I'm gonna put that away downstairs, I'll just leave it here for now." And so I started breaking that habit a week into my dishwashing, adventure, and now when I get up, like, even Saturday morning, I get up and going, "Well, hell, half my morning jobs have already been done by the night before." And I'm
Isn't
going, "This
that
is
great?
great."
Yeah, yeah, so you're ahead, it's like score. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I, I've taken a lesson from okay, that's another thing. I'm going up, at the beginning of next month, I'm going up for a week to babysit Grandma Icha, um, my 94-year-old pal,
Mhm.
and what an example, she never stops moving. She's, even though and I hear her moan and groan, like, getting out of bed and limping and stuff, but she says, "If I don't move, I won't be able to move." And by golly, she's right.
Yes.
Yeah, she's, oh, and yeah, I am done. I am totally done. I have closed the door on taking the easy way to I
Mm,
it's easier to leave that plate on the table than it is to get up and walk in the kitchen. I never allow myself to do the easy thing,
right.
ever. I don't leave a towel on the bathroom floor. I
Mhm.
don't leave the bathroom without wiping out the sink if I've done something to do. I don't take the easy I deny myself the easy way. Like yesterday, I took the whole damn day off and didn't do shit. I cleaned up after myself. But, if you don't take the easy way and don't give into that, because that's in the first steps of being sedentary.
Oh, definitely, because 'cause you're sitting there going, "Ah, I'll do it later."
I'll do it. Then later comes 3 days later, perhaps.
Oh.
When you make that later statement in your mind, it's like infinite.
It is, and then each day you've added to, the pile of what you need to do
Yeah.
later.
And at the back of your mind is the shame,
Mhm.
the a- annoyance at yourself, the anger, the disappointment, and yeah, the shame too. You feel like a little lesser being. I feel like an elevated being when I go out and look at my damn black stove shining because I've cleaned it, and I'm keeping it that way.
Mhm.
I make sure I don't see a crumb on that black stove. Um, and before, I was doing that big cooking binge, cooking
Mm.
binge,
Yeah.
batch cook. I never cleaned my stove.
Well, not
It
while you're
was
doing it, I can see that.
Well, yeah, and I was doing it day after day after day, but you know what? I do stuff day after day now, but I clean up between. I wasn't so I was when I cleaned the top of my stove, I had to take a chisel
Oh my. Well, yeah,
around the
so
burners,
oh,
the spillover, and then it burns, then it sits there, and then it burns, and old grease, and then particles. Yeah, many products, lots of paper towels, but oh, it's just gleaming now.
and now that it's gleaming, you don't hesitate to get a wet dish rag and
Mm,
wipe it down after you're done because you wanna keep it gleaming.
yeah. Hey, and I even went down the sides where the more sinister drips are in the dark, that
Ooh.
gap between the counter and the stove. I even cleaned that.
Well, that sounds like me and my refrigerator. One day I just
Mm.
had it, mine are my appliances are white, and I that was during the beginning stages of my dish routine, and I saw this refrigerator and going, oh, it's chaos. There's chaos in this kitchen, and my brain just wants to start scrambling, and it's hard to explain, but you just wind up in this weird state. So I took one look at this. I was in the zone. I just grabbed every scrap of paper, every magnet. I had Christmas cards that I saved for, and birthday cards, like a
Mm,
special one
mm.
here and there. And I'm going, how old is this? That's got to be 2 years old. I'm going, oh, for God's sakes, why are you still keeping that thing? It's nice, yes, but time to get rid of it. I took everything off the front of my refrigerator, every magnet, and I wiped the entire thing down.
All
Mhm.
right.
So it's a pain because it's recessed into a wall area, so it's hard to pull
You
out.
got and oh, you got the edges, yeah.
But what I decided I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to pull that out so I can do both sides and the top. But I just figured right now I got the front done, and what a world of difference. You walk into the kitchen when you come home, and the dishes are at least air drying in the rack,
Yeah.
and the sinks are free, and there's no clutter on your refrigerator.
Isn't that and just that change up, changes your attitude and yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even the convenience.
I have a stainless steel front,
Mhm.
and it's, right now, it is just so smudgy, and I have shit on the not too much on the front, but enough that it's gonna be a pain in the ass to remove, and then along the side, forget that. It's, like, full of magnets. Every square inch of the side of
Mhm.
my fridge is a magnet, and I've got notes up there from dead people, recipes from dead people. They're all yeah, they're staying there, but I need to do the front, but inside, oh lordy,
Oh, I hate the idea of
ooh,
doing the inside.
that's
I've
next
got
week for sure.
I got the double doors where the freezer's down below, but I've got the little,
Okay.
okay, and, it's a pain to start taking the shelves out. I can get
Oh,
them out, but then you're struggling.
with the funny angles getting them back in and stuff.
Yeah, and then being that it's, computerized, this darn thing starts beeping at me in a
Telling you,
sing-song beep,
your
and
door's
it
open.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's getting, it's time you need to shut them. Need to shut them. It's like, "Oh, shut the hell up. Can't you see I'm struggling?"
My daughter's refrigerator, yeah, they have 2 of them. They have one in the kitchen, then one in the dining room because they inherited it. Anyway, they need it. But,
Mm.
yeah, both of them will start talking to you. And, yeah,
Or
yeah,
same with my freezer drawer. If I open it up, and lately I've had this habit of, it's like, well, I'll just keep it open because I'm just I have a very small kitchen, so it's like, oh, I'm just going to go over here and put
stuff
this down
over
and do this
here.
and that, and do what I need to do, and then put it all back in the freezer. So all of a sudden it'll start um beeping its melody, and I'm like, yeah, 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 I'm on to you, don't worry about it, I'm coming back. It's like,
I yeah,
leave me
I know, trust
alone.
me, separation anxiety.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, you can't stay open for 3 minutes. It's like, what's the problem? But yeah, it is, it's good because we're getting up, we're moving,
Mhm.
and we're seeing results. Like
Yeah.
physically what we are doing, we come back, we see results, and it's a positive mind thing.
Yeah, yeah, and also here's another little fold to my situation. My daughter is coming to get me, and when she comes in, okay, I
Mhm.
don't want her to come in to her seeing the cobwebs and the dust things, and, she's gonna see a gleaming stove now, and so I've cleaned my bathroom. Can I tell the toilets seat. I'm gonna tell the
Oh,
toilet
yes,
seat story.
that's allowed. We just don't talk about thighs unless they're chicken.
Yeah.
I think we should stick to chicken thighs.
Yeah, yeah, and the only thing I'm gonna say about my buttocks is that my current toilet seat has a split in it. It's one of those padded seats, so it has developed a 2-inch
Oh,
crack in
because
the
I
vinyl.
wondered about that. I thought, how hard do you land on your toilet seat to crack it?
Right? Do you break the sink off the wall? Yeah, but it's split in the vinyl, and it's now it's big enough to give me a pinch.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, I mean, pinch. Yeah, not too bad at first. It's twice in one day, and then it's happened other days too. So, so
Might be, I was
huh?
going to say a little duct tape you could put on there, that silver stuff, but it would be a
Oh
little
yeah, that
pricey.
really classy stuff. That talk
Yeah,
about uptown. Yeah. Uh, yeah, my daughter would walk in and go, "Mom, really?"
right. Yeah.
So anyway, so when I first moved in here, my bathroom was completely turquoise, okay? Turquoise rugs, turquoise towels, washcloths, rugs, decals on the wall, butterflies, and
Mm,
my initial, turquoise, okay. And then I had this flood a couple of times, so all my stuff was sacrificed to the sewer water gods.
I remember that.
Oh god, hundreds and
Oh,
hundreds of dollars worth of damage, and
oh,
I got $200 off my rent. That was it. But
mm,
it anyway, so and my bathroom decor has been different colors over the years. One time I had orange, bright neon orange and yellow like fish and coral, and the rugs were bright orange. So I've been all so now, okay, toilet seat, I was down to 1 bath towel because my more recent flood, I was down to, like, 2 bath towels and a bath sheet. That's
mhm.
it, me without a
Oh,
washer and dryer. But so anyway, I ordered a couple of cheap towels and what little set. I think it was like 9.99 for 2 towels, 2 washcloths, 2 hand towels, really cheap. But the towels are thin and perfect for drying your parts.
mhm,
So anyway, I got them in beige.
mhm,
Yeah, very nice, tasteful color, okay, beige, and so I ordered a bath rug, beiges and tans,
mhm.
nice, tasteful, and a brand new okay, instead of a shower curtain, I buy shower curtain liners.
Oh,
They're
yes.
they're clear and cheap.
Mhm,
Shower The one that I just now got rid of, that was on my checklist to do today, got the old one down 'cause anyway, it cost me $5 at Amazon, a $5 shower curtain. You just get something called the liner. So now
mhm,
they're $11, okay, 14 years later.
mhm,
So I paid $11 for a shower so that's gonna go up. My bathroom is just so spiffy. I'm washing everything down, getting everything clean. So I order a new toilet seat,
mhm.
and I thought, interesting. I've had wooden toilet seats. I've had the turquoise toilet seat. Oh, and the turquoise toilet seat was wonderful. It was clear, acrylic, turquoise toilet seat, and it was just so precious, everything coordinated. But then the workers during the flooding and all that stuff stood on it to repaint and cracked the lid off. So then I was left with was the seat.
Mhm.
So my daughter came over one time and she says, "Oh, mom, please." That's, my greeting from my kids all the time, "Mom." Uh, but so anyway, she bought me a new toilet seat when I wasn't there, this padded number. And
Mhm,
I was grateful because, yeah, it was tacky, but I did love that clear turquoise. Yeah. So anyways, it was time to replace it. So I've been all these colors. So I thought, okay, coordinated, tasteful bathroom. I got a chocolate brown toilet seat.
mm,
And so I told my kids, I said, it was our group chat, and I said, "I just ordered a new toilet seat because my old one had a crack. Guess what color?" So they went with my favorite, teal, no.
Mhm.
Purple, no. And my daughter wisecracked and she says, "Brown?" And I said, "Yes." She says, "You're kidding." I said, "Nope." She says, "Mom, a brown poop color?" And I said, "Yes." "Mom." Now, my daughter was once traumatized just recently. You can be traumatized as an adult.
Mhm.
I wasn't feeling great one day, and just before she came over, I sharted,
Mm.
and I went in to use the bathroom, and oops, well, you can guess what must have happened. Maybe a little trace of something went on this white vinyl toilet seat.
Oh, no.
So, okay, my daughter gets there not too long after that, so she comes in, every time she comes out, she drives from 100 miles away. Every time she comes in, she has to use the bathroom right after we hug. So she goes in, she goes, "Mom." "What?" "There's poop on your toilet." So I jump up and run, and it's just a little streak on the back, but she is so grossed out she can't stand it. So I hear her and they're scrubbing, spraying, scrubbing. So anyway, so that trauma has stuck with her.
So she'll
So
be forever afraid to sit on this brown one.
her words, yeah, yeah, yeah. She says, "Mom," and recalling this trauma, it hit her like a ton of bricks. She says, "Mom, I can never use your bathroom again." And okay, the second daughter, her a little bit older sister who lives out of state, was watching this, and she's reading our she says, "I'm reading about this toilet seat, you guys, and I'm howling." But yeah, so my toilet seat gets here on Tuesday. But I told my daughter, I said, "I," and this is true, "I have a little travel pack of Charmin paper toilet seat covers." It's a little pack of like 5.
Mhm.
First pack, I've never used it. I said, "Honey, I'll give you a little pack of Charmin."
Mhm.
And she says, "Mom," and I even, so I'll show her where the wipes are, and I'll hand her when she comes. But anyway, she's, coming to get me, so she's, gonna see but I can hardly wait. I'll send Prairie Queen, I'll send you a picture when it's all installed. It's coming Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I'll send it might even be my profile picture next week.
You never know.
My chocolate poop-colored toilet seat. My daughter was so appalled. Well, it is kinda odd. It is truly, I give her that, it's odd. Brown. It's,
Mhm.
mm, yeah.
You mentioned wood. I went through that phase where I wanted wood. And then
Oak everything, yeah.
yeah, and then it's a case of you start to clean it, and you're going, it's kind of hard to clean it properly,
It doesn't feel clean either.
and it's wood. And so you're putting all these harsh chemicals on it to clean it. And I'm
Yeah.
going, ooh,
And wood is absorbent. It
yes,
cannot really be sterilized unless it's coated in 9 coats of spar varnish, and then they crack
yes. And also
with their
the
fancy brass fittings, and they
I was
all come with
just
brass fittings.
I was just gonna say, and those things start turning colors.
Yeah, the brass gets the green stuff around it too.
Yeah. So
Of
you can
all
have
brass.
a completely sanitary bathroom, but once you see those fittings that are green, it
Mm.
makes the whole thing look filthy.
That means it's lost its finish because they coat brass, so
Mhm.
you've in
Yeah.
your cleaning frenzy, you've scrubbed off all the protective shiny coating, and so here comes the green, and then
Mhm.
it will crack. If the seat doesn't crack, the lid cracks. Sometimes
Mhm.
both do. Get a twofer.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I am just so pleased with what is coming together in my drive to stay active. And, I've gotta get my stamina up because once I hit the high desert babysitting granny
Mhm.
for a week, and they have a new dog that I haven't met yet, that so now they have 2
Mm.
pit bulls, and I can hardly wait, but I'm gonna be up and down,
Mhm.
and all around with Grandma because, you know, watching that 94-year-old out in the backyard picking up get picking up random twigs and putting them in a p just I can't just sit there. I gotta get up and do shit too. I'm 14 years younger than her. Yeah,
And what
so
good example she's setting in a way, because it's a
what?
reminder to you, it's like, "Get off your lazy butt."
Get off your ass. She is such an example.
Mhm,
She is a wonderful example because I'll tell you something, I was at a point not too awfully long ago when I accidentally ordered a giant the biggest bottle of ketchup you can get. And I was, like, polishing old silver server thing pie servers anyway,
mhm,
and I thought I started thinking, "Okay, this is probably my last bottle of ketchup."
mhm.
Anytime I'd get something, I would find myself drifting to the thought, "This might be my last giant jar of mayonnaise. This might be my last multi-pack of toilet paper." That is dangerous thinking, folks.
It is.
That
Yeah,
and your life is listening to your downer shit. Stop it.
mhm.
Because your life pays attention, your subconscious pays attention and hears you, stores it up, puts it to use. Stop it. Uh, no, I have many, many giant bottles of ketchup in my future with plans for it.
And who knows? Like, years from now, somebody eventually will walk into your home and go, "Holy shit, look at all the ketchup she's got in her cupboard."
By
'Cause you'll be gone, you'll be laughing at them.
hedging against the future.
Yeah, and
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, and you'll be just thumbing your nose at them, watching them from afar, and going, "Yeah, so and you're gonna judge me now?" It's like,
Yeah, yeah, right.
and it's like, "Oh, so you're taking all that ketchup hoard home with you now? So you're judging me while I'm in the afterlife, yet you're taking said items home."
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's like, come on now. Or you can always there's an idea. You're only stocking up ahead of time, not, for the simple fact that yes, you plan on living to use them all. If not, they you're doing it for your kids.
Man, if you want my kids' blood to run cold, you mention me leaving them anything. I cannot get I can't run fast enough to give them any more of my shit. You know what? If I die with a stockpile, they'll just set a match to it, and good on them.
Oh,
You know,
there you go. Yeah.
or bulldoze it, or just walk away, say, "I never heard of her." Yeah. So and that's another thing the reason I'm thinning stuff down. You know, it's gonna make the job a little easier when I but it's also making me happy to not have the burden of too much crap. And
And again, going back to, let's say, when we were talking about cleaning and stuff like that, once you start getting rid of crap and you see the results, more open spaces, etc.,
yeah.
again, it's such a positive mind
Yeah,
set you
and
want to have.
you can even be reduced to the simple pleasure of seeing something rearranged differently in the space that you didn't have before.
Exactly.
Little pleasures, rejoice in those. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I have done too. When it was extremely hot and I was trying to stay cool, when it was over 90 degrees. Um,
Mm.
I was puttering and I found 2 days of puttering and my brain, trying to stay hydrated, and oh my God. So I was just sort of like zombie mode puttering. And I started swapping out things that are hanging up, let's say in the living room. I'm
Mhm.
going, let's put the wind chimes over in the window and let's take that crap out of the window and put it where the wind chimes used to be. And let's
Yeah.
turn this off. And so now when I come in, it's like, oh, I've just, because I didn't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But I just thought, oh, that's a nice change up.
Yeah, that trips something in your pleasure center to go, "Oh, yeah, isn't
It
that so
does.
lovely?" Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying your life, you know?
And so I've been trying to slowly get rid of a lot of junk. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I was like going through all the crap in the basement. I almost had a mental breakdown. I had a friend that wasn't around. She went away on holidays. And when she came back, I said, oh my God. I said, while you were gone, I had a complete mental breakdown in the basement. And she's, oh no, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I went, oh yeah, I'm fine. And I started to laugh and I said, I was just downstairs trying to find one item. Then I got extremely agitated because I couldn't find it, looking around going, what the hell am I keeping all this shit here for? Why do I have a box of bottles? I'm never going to use them. Glass bottles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shit like that. And I'm going, oh my God. And I'm going, okay, so this needs to go, da 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 da. And then I thought, it's extremely hot because it was during one of those hot weekends. And I thought there's no way because of, the lack of exercise, like we were talking about. I go, you start going up and down those stairs with boxes, you're only going to make it at least 2 or 3 times. And because you're going to hit the heat. I was in the cool basement. I'm going to get upstairs, hit the heat, go back down. I'm going to wear out real fast. And this isn't worth it. And I thought, shit, I wish I had help because I could just say, have you ever been in one of those moods? Because I had said to her, um, I was in one of those really weird zoned out moods. It was like, if you came downstairs with me, I would say, I would be pointing, going, that goes, that goes, that goes. I'm not second guessing it, not giving it any more thought. It's out of here, man. I don't want to see it ever again. And
Hmm.
it's rare that I have one of those, but it was because it's usually you stop, you look through the box, or you look at the box going, oh,
Uh,
I could use this bottle, or I could use this jar. And you
oh,
start
yes.
rethinking and shopping your junk.
Oh, yeah, I spent many years doing that.
And then,
Those
or,
years are over, and I'm so grateful.
oh, and I'm starting to get that way. And so that was so when that happened, I thought, okay, you're starting to transition into this stage of life. And I thought, my grandmother did that years ago when she was in her early to mid 60s. She purged her house twice.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
she had a very tiny house, and we couldn't believe that she got together with her daughter. They had a garage sale in her garage, and she purged her house twice and got rid of a lot of stuff, ornaments, everything. So when she did pass, because her philosophy was, when I die, you all have to deal with this. But she died 20 years later. But the thing is, what she purged so bad, like she had a second bedroom with a dresser set and everything. When you go in there, and it was the guest room, you could go in there, open up the entire dresser and wardrobe situation and closet. It was all empty.
Mhm.
She used to store stuff, but she
Yeah,
got rid of it all.
I
And
totally get it.
and
You
I
need to
thought,
unburden.
yeah, and I thought, what a smart move. What she was doing for her own peace of mind, just in the moment, to make her daily living a lot brighter, and yeah, and less of a burden, because we
Yeah,
get burdened down with our stuff.
yeah, and I've been doing that for the last 20 years. I had the extra added feature of inheriting an entire storage unit from my late friend,
Hmm.
plus her house full of furniture. So for 20 years, I've been selling, giving away breaking down, trading, giving away some more, and then my own stuff because I live in a one-bedroom apartment now,
Mhm.
so it's been ongoing for the last 20 years for me, but I'm finally down to breathing room, and it feels absolutely glorious. So, Prairie Queen, good times are coming.
Oh, definitely. And if we keep up the momentum, because not only are we getting ourselves upright and mobile
Mhm.
and active, we are also clearing space out to be a more positive space.
And things look prettier. They look
Yeah.
nicer. And, like, you open this cupboard and, oh, doesn't that look nice? I open my linen closet now, it's a walk-in linen closet. It's got
Mm.
shelves and a clothing rack. It's I it's oh, it's so lovely. It's not perfect yet, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was because 'cause I've gotten shit out of but, yeah, and now there's room for important stuff, like, I bought a multi-pack of giant paper towels
Mm.
and a multi-pack of toilet paper.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've made room, and it's like you got to let go of some of this stuff.
Oh, you gotta let go of so much and not having an emotional attachment, it's only things.
Mhm.
And how many things do you need to be valid in the world?
Well, see, this is true.
That almost like hoarders, see that's proof of their mortality, that's proof of their existence. They feel more solid when they're with their hoard. It's like
Yeah.
a statement. You don't I find that I do not need my things to make a statement. My happiness makes its own statement, and it's all
And,
pretty good.
also too, like, this whole business is saving something because I might need it someday. Like for me, my thing used to always be jars.
Oh, yeah, I might need it someday. Well, if I find that I need it, I'll stop needing it. I'll go do something else, or I don't need it. Yeah, so I've had a lot of self-talks.
So yeah, for me,
Yeah,
finally, I just
a
broke
lot,
down, like,
a
and
lot.
I cleaned out a couple of and got rid of a couple of big boxes of perfectly good jars. And I told myself,
Oh,
you
yeah,
haven't used them. You will always acquire jars.
yeah. But this
It's
is such
not
a
like there's.
nice jar.
I know, but you know what? You're
Just
gonna
like
buy
I've
food.
even done this is such a nice box.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I could.
I that's on my list. Instead of doing menus, I was doing, well, we weren't doing struggle meals or sort of or poverty meals, sort of poverty meals,
Mhm.
but it's a sustainable freezer worthy meals, hoarding food. No, but it was sort of like an austerity thing. I Yeah, it's not about being indigent, but anyway, where was I going with that? But anyway, all these boxes, that's okay. Right, okay, I'm done planning menus. What I'm doing now is planning what I wanna do next chores-wise. I got the
Right?
food, got all the food under control. We're good there.
Mhm.
Otherwise you become a one-trick pony. Okay, now it's my on my little steno sheet, I've got a whole page of a checklist, things to do next, and one of them is break down those damn Amazon boxes. Now Amazon is getting to where if you order groceries, instead of bags, they will pack it in a cardboard box.
Okay.
And so but, number 1, some of it's heavy, and I'll have to slide it through my door and open it while it's on the floor. Oh, how silly, I'd rather have a bag. But anyway, so I've got this pile that's on my list. Break down the boxes, and then after I do the boxes, I'm going to strap them together and take them out to our recycle bin.
Mhm.
That is a half another yard, somebody's yard away. So, yeah, so that's, checklists help me. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, and see, for me, anything from Amazon always comes in a box, and
Ah,
so I
okay.
was getting into the habit of keeping one or two good boxes inside the house,
Yeah,
And of course, the cats would hop in a box, and it's like, okay, well, kitty needs a
yeah.
box to
Because
play
you
in
got them
too.
just for them, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh God. So yesterday what I did was it's like, okay, every box out of the house,
Yeah,
and I threw them all
good
out in the porch,
girl.
and then I just even the cat food, I get pouches of food. So they come in a big cardboard box, and there's 4 tiny cardboard boxes with each of the 4 flavors in it. So I
Okay,
just sat out there and I started flattening the little tiny boxes, stuck them in a bigger box, found
there
a
you
bigger
go.
box, flattened all those boxes, stuffed them full,
Yeah, there you
and I
go.
just kept doing this over and over again with everything. Every box that was empty, because I would just open the porch door and throw it out there and going, you know, if anybody had to come through the back door, the first thought would be like, holy shit, what's her house look like? For real, it's like,
For
okay,
real. You because people judge you. People say they don't judge, but that's the first thing they do when they see
oh,
you. They're
exactly.
judging. So, you best foot
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
Make a good
So
because you will be judged.
oh yeah.
Fact.
They're hauling you out because you're incoherent and they're, the medical team is, wheeling you out one way and everybody else is going, "Oh my God." But yeah, so and I thought, yeah, if that's the first thing they see, I know that's morbid. We were talking earlier about that kind of stuff. But if that's the first thing I see, it's like I'd be more mortified coming to in the hospital, realizing that somebody saw how bad my porch was. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm in
Oh,
there
I know
with
exactly.
IVs and going,
Yeah.
it's okay. You just had an episode. You're going home in 2 days. And in the meantime, it's like, holy shit, these strangers saw my porch. You know? So
Yeah, God. Yeah.
it's like
Uh,
all those boxes that she was hoarding.
yeah,
And then
I know. Yeah. What is she crazy? Yeah.
yeah. So, and I do, thankfully, being that I live in the country on a farm setting, I have a big shop. So, what I did was I just backed up the truck. I loaded all the boxes full of boxes, and then some boxes with jars, and I dumped them out into the shop because I have 2 sections out there that desperately need cleaning. One section is boxes that need collapsing and
Mhm.
those that have been collapsed.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, but at least
They're
when,
out of sight.
yeah, the last place strangers will be is out there. It's not the first place they're going to go to.
Yeah, that doesn't the tour doesn't start there.
Right. And it's more acceptable. It seems like when you live in the country like this, that your shop is going to be messy compared to your house.
Oh,
Your house can
sure.
be pristine,
Yeah.
but you can have a total messy,
Well, yeah,
garage.
because that's the place should be messy.
Yeah.
Y
So,
y
anyways, so all that is basically in transit for deciding if I will be able to eventually burn like boxes and papers
uh, on a
there,
designated day. Yeah.
or if I'll be able to just bundle them up like you do and take them off to the garbage dump myself.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I'm lucky that I can just walk mine over there
you
because
are very lucky that
I
way,
am
but I
so
have
I
to
am
admit,
so lucky.
I did take a box with some junk items that I wasn't ever using and some perfectly good jars. And I took them to um, when I went out to my quilting group and I said, "Does anybody need any of this crap? It's yours." And then they said no. And I said, "Well, the next day there's going to be another group coming in and with similar people." I said, "Hold off. Maybe they can pick through, and if not, just." And then I just went ahead and said, "And if they don't want it, just throw it in the back of your car. And when you go off to the and into town, go to drop it off at the secondhand store for me." So I just sort of called the shots
Well,
on
that
that.
was
I thought
pretty
because
cheeky,
I know, right? Because I thought I don't want this bloody stuff back home because
and
this
you
is
wonder
what
why you're not the one of the popular girls.
right,
Jesus.
right. But
That's
I figured
funny.
I'm going to try to do this a few more times with them, and I'll throw in some.
Before they bounce you out.
Oh, exactly. It's like, oh, here
Get
she
your
comes.
junk. We're all trying to get rid of shit, and you come in with shit.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
come
was
in
like,
with my normal shit for, this the sewing or whatever. And then if I go, "Oh, wait a minute, I got one more thing." And everybody's going to have a panic attack cuz, if I start bringing in boxes. But it's like another lady had done that. She had brought in a small box full of crap that she was cleaning out. So we were picking through and oh, I could use this or not. And so she sort of started it a long time ago, but we don't do it all the time. But I just thought, hell, why not? And it's like, I want it out of here. Do not give it back to me. It's out my door. It's gone in my brain. I don't want it back.
yeah, but not quite gone because she's talking about it.
Well,
So, but this is the last
but
one.
that was
This
a
is
fond
closing.
memory. I had it. I said goodbye to it. We had a good moment, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a good memory for me. It's like,
You
yay.
wait, watch it in the rearview mirror.
Not even that. I didn't even want to see that. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, it's your responsibility now. I don't own it anymore. Once it hit a community building, it was like, it's not mine. I claim nothing on it now. And but
yeah.
yeah,
Good girl.
it is good for your it is really good for your soul. It really is.
Yeah, you feel lighter and you're all proud of yourself and shit. Then you have stories to tell about it, just like we're doing right here. Oh, and
Right.
okay. Today is week 1 of my vanilla extract
Oh,
experiment
yes.
in the darkness in my closet.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go in and give it a shake. You're supposed to shake it once a week. And okay, it says the transformation of the breakdown of the beans into actual extract doesn't begin till after week 2. So
Okay,
there's
so
not
are
gonna
you making vanilla sugar or extra? Oh no, you're making
both.
extract.
I'm making both.
Oh,
I've got a
right.
big old thing of vanilla sugar,
Mhm.
mulling in my kitchen, and the bottle of bourbon in my closet making extract.
Mhm.
And I have 20 vanilla beans in there scraped. And so you give it a shake, but the magic doesn't begin, and then you have to leave it for at least 4 months.
So you scrape the bean. So you've just got the pods in the bourbon?
You scrape the beans and all that tar to all those sticky, globby beans, you wipe it off into the bourbon too.
Oh, okay.
So
And then
you everything about the vanilla bean, but you scrape it first to get all the particles because, you know, that makes more stuff happen. Yeah, you
okay.
scrape and then so you put pod and all after you scrape it, so you've got these pods floating around in there plus little tiny vanilla beans, and they're teeny weeny.
Mm.
So anyway, it's supposed to get darker.
Mhm.
It's supposed to get dense and, um, thicker, a little thicker. I don't know, but then it becomes okay, so beginning of December is when I will decant it. I got a special strainer to strain all the stuff out. And oh, Prairie Queen, my bottles got here.
Ooh.
My extract bottles that I'm gonna put them in, they are bale topped little brown bottles, wire bales,
Mhm.
4 ounces, and they come with labels and twine, and they're
Oh.
cute as the dickens, and even like little shrink seals for the top. But yeah, so precious, and yeah, little brown tags, labels, and yeah, and it comes with funnels. The bottles, so it's like for your own self bottling. You can buy it's like a kit.
Oh,
But
wow.
anyway, I got 12 of them, so all the cooks in my family are but anyway, I can hardly wait, um, yeah, for Xmas gifts. So
Mm.
and,
And with the sugar, what do you do with your so you put in sugar in a jar?
yeah, and I'm looking into getting, food grade silica gel packets because I put a lot of vanilla bean scrapings in the sugar and, you stir it around, break it up, and you use because the vanilla beans are very sticky.
Mhm,
The richer the vanilla bean, the more pricey. The fatter and stickier the insides are, and so it's viscous. So if you take cornstarch, dip your fingers in cornstarch and break up these globules with
mhm.
the sugar, it unclumps it faster, and the corn you can, do cornstarch in shredded cheese to keep your shredded cheese from sticking together?
Yes, and, I read somewhere, I haven't tried it, but you can do that and then put it in the freezer.
Yes, yeah, and it will never clump together. Yeah, I learned the cornstarch thing from my brother-in-law who ran a Baker's Tacos, and he
Mm,
hired me, and I learned putting cornstarch in the shredded cheese, the taco cheese,
mhm,
way back then. You just give it a toss, 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 toss. But
mhm.
anyway, that helps with sugar too, the clumping. So anyway, I also got wire bale jars for the vanilla sugar and labels and I got little tiny spoons to attach to the jars, tie onto the jars, so an additional Christmas gift for the cooks in my family. So that's coming along. So my Christmas shopping is done.
That'll be really nice. A
I am
nice
having the
Christmas gift.
best time. I'm having absolutely the best time. Last year, I was so poor that I gave everybody dill pickle shrinky dink keychains
Mhm.
and other dumb stuff. Light up ice cubes, things from Timu, just like these little nut. So this year I did serious. Yeah. So anyway, redeeming myself in my own eyes. But anyway,
Well,
I'm having the best time, especially this vanilla extract. Now, even like something massy, it's a big hoity-toity spice and extract kitchen cooking place, something Caldwell Massey.
okay, yeah.
They have the most expensive vanilla extract. I think it's $14 for
Mm,
a 3-ounce bottle, and it claims to be the finest. Okay, their vanilla extract is made with vodka.
okay.
If you use bourbon, you've got a huge, like, monster vanilla extract. So, yeah, vodka is the most common,
Mhm.
but it takes a lot of vanilla beans for one thing to get rid of the vodka taste. But anyway, if you use bourbon, there's something about the agey sweetness, you know, smokiness of bourbon with the
Uh,
vanilla. So I calculated that my vanilla extract could conceivably go for $18-20 a bottle for 4 ounces.
wow.
I'm gonna be bold because you don't need as much.
Right?
You only need and, because it's like super vanilla. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
That's like
I
the stuff
might
that you used to pick up in Mexico.
write everything. You could get, like, the pure patchouli from
Mhm.
the West Indies, pure patchouli. Holy shit, you haven't smelled patchouli like what you get from the West. You can get it here.
Mhm.
You can get some in a base oil maybe,
Mhm.
but never yeah, you can get some good stuff not outside our country. But anyway, there you have it there. I'm just bragging my ass off, but I'm just having the best time ever, and when I get off here, I think I'm gonna, avoid breaking down my boxes once again and wash my door jambs.
Yeah, and see, that's something else too, like you were saying, on your list, instead of a food list, now you've
Uh-huh.
got a drawer list, and you
Now
can decide, am I
because,
gonna break down boxes or am I gonna wash down the doors?
yeah, Prairie Queen and I both have achieved food mastery, uh, y planning for the future mastery in regard to your food, knowing what to do it, how to do it, and what quantity. We've been good at that, but now it's time. to go
Yeah,
on to other
like right
things.
now, I should be like you were making a quiche, and it reminded me of how I used to make 6 quiches at a time, throw them 5 in the freezer for
Mm, mm.
farther. And then when I was you said something about you did you did a chicken pot pie thing not long ago, no?
Not long ago. Yeah, well, yeah, it's been a while back.
And it
But
triggered my brain because I have a recipe for making chicken pot pie with the little crust
oh,
that goes on top. And
oh,
I made that and I put it in the and with all the instructions on how to cook this thing up from frozen. And I did try one. I'm going, oh, this is really nice. And so
mm.
when you did your chicken pot pie, it triggered in my brain. It's like, oh, note to self, you got to make more of those for the freezer as well. And so, but yeah, but you reach a point where it's like enough cooking for now.
Enough, and I'm pretty stocked up. And so, you know what? I got a couple of frozen pizzas in my freezer right now, and another bag of tater tots, and a frozen pack of Texas toast.
And the thing is, once you've come back from babysitting, you might be in the
I can
mood for
start all
cooking
over,
again.
but I still have burritos in there because I made 16 of them, and I
Wow.
still have chicken in there, and I still have stuff, hamburger, yeah, soup, but I also have frivolity, and it's a pleasure. But now it's chores time, giving myself a break, and yeah, this is neat.
And
Chores.
you notice because you've got all this stuff squirreled away in your freezer, that frees you up so that way you're busy, let's say, doing chores, and
uh
it frees up for what am I going to eat?
Yeah. Oh, I think I'll just pull it right out of here and put it in the air fryer or
And
the
while it's doing that, I can carry on with my physical chores.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Princess coffee, you
Oh,
really helped
yeah.
perpetuate this with the Princess coffee, Prairie Queen. I gotta tell you, I do, y first thing in the morning, Princess prep in my slow oven. It's
Oh,
140 degrees, so I'll take something frozen out of my freezer, pop it in my slow oven and plug it in, and, 6 hours later, I'll do this at maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. 5, 6 hours later for when I'm ready for lunch, it's all hot and ready.
oh, there you go.
So, yeah, Princess stuff is so important. S
Because I found too, like after my husband had passed, like he used to be the first one up in the morning, so he'd make the coffee. I'd get up after the fact, maybe an hour later or something, and I'd wander out in the kitchen, just nonchalantly grab the coffee carafe, pour my coffee, whatever. And then after he was gone, that was one thing I really noticed. It was like, oh. And then finally, I thought, okay, let's do something about this. And, because he's not here to make the coffee anymore. And let's turn this into something positive. And so I grabbed the manual and figured out how to put that darn thing on timer. And I'll
Okay.
tell you, there's no looking back because every night, and it's funny, I have a ritual every night. I get my coffee all set up and ready to go, timer set. The cats know it. And automatically, if I walk in, the next time I walk into the living room, they go running into the living room automatically. And I bloody well better have cat treats in my hand because
Oh,
our nightly ritual is I make the coffee. I didn't even know that they were noticing,
hmm,
but they know the next step is I will grab the cat treats and then they get their nighttime treat, bedtime treat. And then I've walked into the living room after I've got the coffee set. Let's say I'll get it set super early. Let's 7 o'clock at night instead of 8:39. And they'll come running in all excited, and I'm going, oh shit, they want their treats.
oh, oh, sweet. That's
But
darling.
but I tell you, what a world of difference mentally. It's like, so you get up in the morning, boom, it's already made.
Yeah, I used to have one of those self-timer things. I have this cheap little 4-cup, but I put it together the night before, and I just get up, push the on button, And, 5 minutes later, it's a cup of coffee or
Yeah, instead of
less.
stumbling around and starting from scratch and all this and that,
Rinsing the basket, getting rid of the grounds. I don't
right,
wanna
you
do it,
know, you
but I
just want
used to do it every morning.
right? But it's funny how something as simple as that
Just simple makes such a big difference, and you're
and
being, nice to yourself.
yeah, and it's all part of self-care.
It is. It is, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm right now, I'm expecting some shower curtain hooks because that was another one on my checklist to take down, my old shower curtain liner, and I took it down, put it in a trash bag. It was all crunchy and
Mhm.
stiff and, because it was, plastic, cheap.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had to bend the hell out of the shower curtain hooks because they were kinda, like, frozen. So anyway, I ordered new shower curtain hooks, so they're coming. So I'm they're almost here. So
Mhm.
I'm going to be putting up my new shower curtain, and then it's laying out on my bed right now. It's got all these sharp crease marks in it, so I'm gonna hang it up and then take my hair dryer
Oh,
and
yeah.
take out the creases
Mm.
and be very careful not to melt it. It
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I think we're gonna so what do you have any plans? What are you gonna do after this?
I'm still working on my, crock pot full of soup.
Okay.
And, I don't know. I might just wander around. Earlier, I was downstairs puttering around in the piles of junk, starting to sort through some things, and, so I think what I'm gonna wind up doing for the next several days is go downstairs and just wander. Every little
Yeah.
thing that you do each day, just no matter how small it is,
Yeah.
really does add up.
Even a savings account with 1% interest adds up when you're not looking.
Well, this is true, but we
Yeah,
usually
well,
end up spending
dumb,
it,
dumb
but yeah.
analogy.
Well,
But anyway, I'm getting off here.
sounds good. Yeah. So
Okay.
you have yourself a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna have a slice of pizza. And I'm
Ah,
gonna do it in my oh, no, I'm gonna do those baked potato things,
right.
the wedgie things because, they're still in the water. I'll do that, and a pizza for dinner. Okay,
Dig
there's
'em.
my agenda. Okay, my dear, thanks for being here, pal,
Oh, not a problem. I really enjoy coming on here and chit-chatting with you, and
and
yeah.
boring the socks up out of our audience, and we've accomplished it once again. So be here next what's next? What's next weekend? Next is the 16th.
Hmm.
Okay, I will have more progress reports on brown toilet seat. Oh, no, my brown toilet seat won't get here till the next day. But,
Oh,
yeah, so you guys can anticipate the delivery with me. Okay, so anyway,
progress reports on our self-care journey of what we're doing for our home and ourselves.
and for energy when you're old, don't get keep doing shit
Don't be
because
like Vaughn's, because I just
yeah,
wanted to mention this briefly before you go. I think mentally part of me getting up too and moving around was when I realized it dawned on me how much he is literally sitting in a car
yeah.
and he's around my age. And I look at him, and each time he
Oh
comes
my
online,
god,
he's
yeah.
aged physically, he's aged more and more and more.
And look at his filth for and skin and
Hmm.
yeah,
You know, he
yeah,
hasn't done
and
any
he's
kind of self-care.
yeah,
He's sitting all the time,
deep vein thrombosis.
right?
Yeah.
And then there's people in his age group that are very active because the thing is, they're not sitting down. And I tell myself, yeah, you're sitting down too much. Don't do that. Look what he's
Yeah.
doing. He's slowly dying. They say that'll kill you quicker. You
Oh,
know.
no kidding. I almost died. I sat here for 3 years and, drank my weight in wine, and
Hmm.
I wound up on the floor unable to get up because I didn't move out of my chair. But, well, Vaughn is not drinking, so he can
No,
probably go longer, but it
but look at
almost
all the processed foods and the Mountain Dew and all the soda pop that he's drinking and
yeah,
all that. He's he's consuming a lot of crap.
sugar, all the carbs and
All
stuff.
that fast food,
Okay, well, my potatoes are calling.
very good.
Okay, my dear, thanks once again. John aside, Renee, nobody's here. We have 0 watching. But John aside, sweetheart, or Renee, uh, our love, our hearts go out to you guys and your loss.
Oh,
Uh,
definitely.
bless your hearts. We loved him too. We loved Thor. Thor was on camera so much and just always there was Jiggy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna end this stream. It says end stream. Goodbye, everybody. Stop in and be bored to death once again next Sunday. Okay.